are blessed, and wherever you are a blessing, you are influencing, you are encouraging, you are of advantage to people around you. Talking about of advantage to people around you. Those who do watch these videos, you know how I like the stories in the Bible. They teach me a lot. So there's this story, we all know it, the story of Joseph. When you read in Genesis chapter 39, Joseph was a dreamer, was a dream interpreter. But before his gift of being a dream interpreter worked to his advantage, it first worked for his disadvantage. They first work around you to look so of a disadvantage. Why am I saying this? When you look at Joseph, when Joseph was growing up, was loved by the father. The father made him a special court. He was a dreamer. And then he comes and tells his brothers, excited, and he tells them, I've dreamed about me giving you this, being the leader to you. And then what they did, because of jealousy, they decided to sell him. Because he dreamt, they sold him. When they sold him, he reached into a foreign country. Where he reached in a foreign country, one of the big prominent people picked Joseph in Egypt and gave him a job and told him, Joseph, you know what? Go into my home. Take care of everything. You make sure that everything is in order. And Joseph was that. When he had just reached there, he was working very well. He was doing everything to its perfect way. And the wife of Potiphar comes and says, you must love me. You must sleep with me. You know, it becomes a disadvantage again. Joseph is put in jail again. And when he's in jail, he was thrown there by Potiphar because the wife told him what had happened. And when he's in jail, the people he was jailed with, they dream again. In jail again, Joseph becomes prominent. One of the warden was made supervisor. One of the wardeners likes him and gives him a job and becomes a leader. And then one of the people he was sleeping with in jail, they dream. And when they dream, he interprets the dream again. And then it comes to happen as how he has interpreted the dream. Now this again happens. He was forgotten after he had interpreted the dream. The one he was with in the jail promised that he will remember him, but he was forgotten for quite some time, like 2 years. Now, let me break down what happened to Joseph. Joseph's brother hated him. Joseph's brother sold him. He found himself in a strange land. He found himself being lied to. He found himself again in jail. And from jail, all that was working against him, that worked as a disadvantage to him, now here comes the advantage. This is what happens to Joseph. Joseph comes out and he interprets a dream of the king. Joseph is made prominent. Joseph takes lead of the city. Even the person who threw him in jail was under Joseph. Because the king had said that anything that Joseph says, just know it's my instruction. You do. You know, sometimes you complain a lot about people in your life. How your stepmother made it hard for you not to go to school. How she made you make a lot of chores and our children were not making chores. How your boss has chased you from work. Your friends have abandoned you. But all this, your stepmom making you do chores, it's what has made you to be organized in your home. Maybe it's what has made you to be responsible. Maybe it's what has made you to be a better person. My boss doesn't like me. He just chased me because of jealousy. But this gives you a room to go home. Think about yourself. Before you know it, maybe you have developed a business. You become your own boss. Some things are of disadvantage to become advantage after. Joseph become of advantage to the family. Your friends have disappointed you and you feel so disappointed. Sometimes those friends, you need to get away from them. They need to disappoint you so that you know who they are. So that the next deal, which is bigger and bringing in more, they are not involved. You look at it as a disadvantage, but it's of advantage to you. You look at Joseph. Joseph later actually saves his own family. He becomes now of advantage to his family, where he was a disadvantage to them, and they threw him away. Joseph calls his father back. He calls his father, and they started living in Egypt, a lavish life. The food was there and everything. And this is what is interesting. Even the children of Joseph partake on the blessing that Joseph was meant to take. And up to date, we read about the children of Joseph being in the 12 tribes of Israel. This is the advantage I'm talking about. Do not look at people, what people have done to you, what people are doing to you. Some things, sometimes in life, I tell my friends that sometimes in life, you need to have a Judas so that can betray you, so that can show you who he is, so that things can work for your advantage. You know, if Jesus didn't have Judas, where would we be? So it was for our advantage that Judas was in the life of Christ. So let these Judas be there. Let these people be in your life. But it's in the end, it's for your advantage. It can be for your advantage. Take every situation as for your advantage. Don't look at it today. Look at it in 2, 3, 4, 5 years to come. It will end up to be for your advantage. Shalom, brethren.